there, Saints fans. Hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend. Welcome into another mailbag where we take questions from our subscribers as a part of our weekly live show every single Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to get on the questions and you want to get your thoughts on the show, be sure to subscribe. Tune in Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central Time, and we get all of the questions here on YouTube. So that way you guys can get your thoughts out to thousands and thousands of Saints fans every single week. Also, if you guys don't tune in on Wednesdays, if you guys just don't have the time, you're working, whatever, or if you were in the show and we missed your question, hit your boy up on social media. If you give me a follow, I promise you I will hit you up. We'll have a conversation, and if you have questions, we'll get you on the program. So first of all, thank you guys for watching today's show. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for giving me a follow. I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I hope you guys enjoy all the stuff that we do here at Saints Now. So let's start off with a couple of super chats. Lanky Boy, my guy, I'm not going to dox him, but one of the homies on Twitter, shout out to you, brother. I would not trade Chris Olave. I would instead address what picks we have and get Tet McMillan, Cam Skattebo. By the way, he had another mock draft. I'll kind of just quickly run through it. So just so you guys can know, I'm going to cover up his name, but that's what he sent me. So he took Tet McMillan in 1, Demetrius Knight at 40, Josiah Stewart at 71, Savion Williams at 93, Will Howard at 112, Brashard Smith at 131, traded Dallin Holker for 181 and a 7th-round pick in 2026. Took Jonah Monheim, the center out of USC, and then took Caden Pricecorn, the tight end out of Ole Miss. Traded Jake Hayner to the Patriots for a 238th overall pick in round 7. Took Jaquindon Jackson with that. And then Jordan Hancock, the safety out of Ohio State, to round things off. I think that's a solid mock draft. I love the idea of getting Tet McMillan and Cam Skattebo. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Centaur, 2 weeks ago, the Saints were 200-1 odds to draft first overall. Then it was 100-1. Now it's 26-1. That's crazy. That is very, very wild. Have I heard anything about them trading up to 1? There hasn't been any reports. My sources haven't told me anything. I haven't heard any actual chatter to believe they will trade up to number 1. But I can tell you this. I know for a fact the New Orleans Saints are interested in Cam Ward. I know for a fact that Cam Ward wants to play for the New Orleans Saints. He said that at one point in time in an interview, in a press conference. He straight up said playing for the Saints would be a dream come true one day. And the Saints were also very, very present at Miami for the pro day for the Hurricanes. So, yeah, there's definitely some sort of traction, but I don't know if there's definitely 100% anything happening in the works right now. But who knows? Alrighty, would you sign Amari Cooper from the Nuss Bus? By the way, Nussmeier had a couple of really good throws at the LSU pro day, by the way. He was slinging the pill across the yard. Who's his dad again? Isn't he like the OC or something? It's pretty wild. The Saints also tweeted, for the record, the Saints tweeted about him throwing the football when Nussmeier was not a part of any of this. It's not his pro day. He's just throwing it. The Saints tweeted specifically about Nussmeier and his dad. So I'm like, tinfoil hat on. That doesn't mean nothing. Would I sign Amari Cooper? Yes, I would. The New Orleans Saints are missing a veteran presence in the wide receiver group. They're also missing somebody with the size profile of Amari Cooper. And I just think that he could offer a little bit of extra to the offense. And quite frankly, I think it needs it. I think that bringing in a big-bodied receiver would be a really good compliment to Olave and to Rashid Shaheed. So I'm all in on signing Amari Cooper for the right price. Saints have like $30-ish million, $28 to $30 million to spend. So, I mean, you can give him a competitive contract if there's a market for Amari Cooper. So definitely something to consider. Now, I want to ask you this question. Coop, would you sign the veteran wide receiver? Just give me a sign or a pass down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys would do. Personally, I'm all in on this idea, and I think it would be a really smart one. Now, if you want to make a smart decision and you want to optimize your nutrition, you better check out Factor Meals, the best place to get fresh, nutritious, delicious meals that are ready to eat in just a few minutes. I absolutely love Factor Meals because I am always on the move. And if you're just like me and you want to get better food, better quality for a much better deal, we got you covered. Factormeals.com/SaintsChat50 off. Use code SaintsChat50 off. You'll get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. And speaking of the keto, you can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals. Based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat, and eat smart with Factor. You can get started today by using the link in the comments or description of this video, factormeals.com/SaintsChat50off, and use code SaintsChat50off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. All of that information is in the comments and description of this video. Shout out to Factor for sponsoring. I also got to say shout out to Factor for filling up my fridge and filling up my belly. Quinn Courtney, what's going on, girl? We're going to bring in my guy, Nick Lopez, Louisiana native, LSU grad. He's my guy here, so we're going to, see what he has to say here. Huh? Yeah, we'll chop it up. Let's talk some ball here, Lopez. I think Sanders isn't worth the 9th overall pick. Tyler Warren at 9, and then draft Jackson Dart on day 2. So this is a topic that Quinn Courtney has been very, very adamant on. Nick Lopez, Nick, whatever you want to call him. I'm kind of with her, though. I don't know if I would take Jahdae at number 9 overall. I love the idea of taking Tyler Warren. What do you think about that?
I 100% agree. If I was going to go a quarterback in the top 10, I would reluctantly say Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be like, oh, this guy is going to turn the franchise around, because I wouldn't believe that. But I think if you do stay at 9, I would like to see a guy, Tyler Warren, Ted McMillan. I've kind of talked myself into it a little bit more. Ashton Genty, but I've kind of lost faith on that. I think
I'm starting to kind of – it's not that I don't want Genty, but I'm like – no, I'd much rather have Tyler Warren than Genty. Like, it's Ted McMillan, Tyler Warren, Genty for me.
Versatility-wise, yeah. But, I want a fun running back.
I also think this is a great running back class with a lot of talent that you can get really in any round. So I'm like, as crazy as it sounds, I'm not going to prioritize drafting a running back. And I think if you do, that's fine. But I just believe the Saints should go a different route because there's so many running backs that are available. But, would you draft Jahdae at 9? Would you draft – actually, let's have a different conversation. Would you draft Jahdae if you fell to round 2? If Jackson Dart and Jahdae are there at 40 overall, which one are you picking? I think I'm still picking Jahdae over the 2. I do like Jackson Dart's mobility, though.
A part of me wants to say Jackson Dart just to kind of – I don't want to say Jahdae Sanders is a bad guy. Deion Sanders is a great person, but that would just add a little bit more to a locker room that we don't know.
Sure.
If you need that already.
A lot more attention, too, from a national standpoint. And Saints are not a team that is deserving to be in the national spotlight.
First-year head coach Kellen Moore, that's one more thing on his plate. Does he really want to deal with
Sure.
like
No, that's totally fair, man. That's totally fair. I think that's a great point. Quinn Courtney, I really appreciate your question. Let's get to the next one. Fresh new start. Describes the Saints this year. Do you believe the rumors that the Saints are looking to move up to Cam Ward? I kind of gave my take on it. What do you think about this, Lopez?
I really don't think the Saints are looking to trade up. I think we were talking about it earlier. Moving up 8 spots, it's going to cost a haul, and I don't think Cam Ward is worth that.
Yeah, well, if you need an inspiration of what it's going to cost you, go back a couple years ago. What the Panthers did to go draft up or trade up to get Bryce Young, that's what they had to do. They had to give up multiple first-round picks, multiple second-round picks, and their wide receiver 1. So are you want to give up multiple first-round picks, multiple second-round picks, and Chris Olave? I don't think so.
No.
The other thing, too, is there's been reports out there that the Titans are falling more and more in love with Cam Ward, and the asking price is only going up. So
that's fine.
If you want to go and do it, you better make the trade quick. Otherwise, it's going to cost you a lot more. I also just think stay pat.
Tennessee turn that card in and be like, you know what? You want Cam Ward at 1?
I'm with you on that. I am with you on that. Iron Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. That's really good. The 49ers might trade Brandon Aiyuk. I want the Saints to make it happen. All right, Mike.
That'd be kind of fun.
That would be fire, dude. That would be really fun.
That would fix
No, it definitely would. But my big question, we've seen it already with Brandon Aiyuk. Is he going to cause a bunch of problems in the locker room? Because he's already done this multiple times with San Francisco of, I'm demanding a trade, and I want this, and I want that, and take it to social media and just I don't want to say that he's not worth it, because that's not true. But, for what it's going to cost you, in terms of the trade compensation. And for what it's going to cost you financially, is the juice worth the squeeze? In 2025, he only has a $10.75 million cap hit. Saints can pay that. The Saints can afford that. They have over $25 million in cap space to spend.
But the second you trade for him, he's also waiting for a new contract.
Yeah. I mean, he's under contract through 2028 right now. His cap hits in 2025, it's $10.75 million. In 2026, it's $16.2. In 2027, it's $42. And then in 2028, it's $44. Obviously, you can get creative with the cap numbers there. I think that this is definitely something the Saints should explore. They need a wide receiver like Brandon Aiyuk, and I think he would actually be a really good compliment to Chris Olave as well. I don't know if wide receiver is the biggest need. It feels like pass rush is a need, run stopping's a need, everything's a need. So what's the biggest need? I'm going to ask you this question. What do you guys think is the biggest need for the New Orleans Saints right now as it stands? I'd make an argument for wide receiver, but I also think that the trenches, offensively and defensively, are needed. I think you need cornerbacks. I think you need linebackers. I think you need a running back behind Alvin Kamara. I can't pick out which one is the biggest need, so I'm going to need you to help me out and pick one for me. All right, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling. Carter, would you rather draft Tet McMillan or Jahdae Barron? Tet McMillan.
I do agree with that one.
I love Jahdae Barron. He's a slot guy, though. He's much more active in the nickel position. And I don't want to move Alontae Taylor again back to the outside. I liked him in the middle. Mm-hmm. I think that he was actually extremely effective in the middle. Do what?
He found a home.
Yeah, I know he found a home, and people are going to sit here and be like, "Well, you had these bad moments. You had these bad." Well, dude, when you go, it's like The Office, the snip snap, snip snap, snip snap. It's that you're inside outside, inside outside, inside outside. Let him stay in one. Jahdae Barron, very very good cornerback, but I would prefer to go with an outside corner. So a guy, Will Johnson is a name to keep an eye on. And who's the guy at East Carolina? Siobhan Revel. I was like, it starts with an S. Siobhan Revel, another name that I really, really like on the outside. Lopez, you would also go Tet?
Yeah, I would probably go Tet. I think my receiver ranking for the draft, Tet's probably receiver 2. I guess you could start having that conversation about him, Matthew Golden.
Okay.
But I don't think, what's his name, Jahdae Barron, he's not one of my top 3 corners, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, that's totally fair.
Best player available?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why you would go at number 9 overall. Why would you go with the third best option at a player when you can get the first at a different position? That's just my personal take. Jaden, what do you think the Saints defensive coordinator's Brandon Staley first play will be on defense? I don't know.
Send a statement, all out.
Huh?
All out. Send a statement.
Send a what?
Send a statement.
Oh.
All out blitz. We're coming for your ass.
Yeah, we're gonna go full on jailhouse blitz. We're gonna set the tone early. Fun fact: the first defensive snap last year, Will Harris got an interception on Bryce Young. Kind of cool. Now you got to top that. Good luck topping that. A pick against a divisional rival. Good luck topping that. What will be the first play? Man, I don't know. It would be cool to see an all-out blitz and just be like, hey, so remember how we sucked against the blitzing last year? Yeah, we fixed it. We're really, really good at that now. I think that'd be pretty fun, but obviously it depends on who they're playing, the personnel, the situation. It depends on all of that. So, Jaden, that's a hard question to answer, my friend, but it's a good one to ask. Kyron, what if the Saints were good enough to go make the playoffs? Dude.
If they make the playoffs at that point, I'm saying they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. The postseason's weird, man. The postseason is a weird, weird time to be playing football. You just got to get there. The Saints haven't done that in 4 years. I think that's the first focus. Get to the playoffs. And then after that, let's start talking about winning playoff games. And after that, let's talk about winning Super Bowls. With the Saints, they make the playoffs. If they're healthy, what's stopping them from winning a game at the Dome in the postseason?
Oh, I think
Dome field advantage is back.
that's a real thing.
That is a 100% real thing. We know the Superdome is a hard place to play if you're an opposing team, especially when the fans are rowdy and pumped up. If the Saints are playing good football, the Who Dat Nation is going to be loud. Very, very loud. So if they can make the playoffs, you shoot, man. World's our oyster, and we'll see what happens. We got any other good questions left?
Yeah, I'm
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. All righty, Kyron, I really appreciate that question, my guy. Also, I will just encourage you, if you haven't already, subscribe to the show. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Me and my guy, Nick Lopez, have been busting our butts trying to give you more content, so hit your boy up and give us a like if you haven't already. All righty. Please tell me the Saints aren't seriously considering Quinn Ewers. Well, I can't, because then I'd be lying to you. I'll tell you this right now. Kellen Moore's been very, very busy. He was present in Austin for I want to make sure I have this right. Yes, he traveled to Austin on Monday after the Miami Pro Day. He visited Texas's Pro Day, and and the Saints had dinner with some of the players, including Matthew Golden, Jahdae Barron, Quinn Ewers, and then a couple other guys. So I think Quinn Ewers really is on the table here. I would not take him in the first 2 days. If he is a 6th-round pick, there's worse 6th-round picks. Let me put it this way. I'd rather have Quinn Ewers than Jake Haener. Give me Quinn Ewers over Jake Haener.
Okay, but if it's before day 3,
no.
I'll say it right now.
No, I don't want it before day 3.
I imagine we'll be in the office.
Oh, we're going to be live on the first 2 days, Lopez. I actually got notified today. We're going to be live on day 2 for sure.
Okay, well, if day 2 comes around and Quinn Ewers is drafted by the Saints, for those of you that don't know, we have this nice Dallas downtown office.
Oh, yeah.
Office space.
Yeah.
We're 21 floors up.
Might be going through the window.
I will be going 21 floors down very quickly out the window.
The elevator ride takes about 40 to 60 seconds to get up. I'm sure falling down takes like maybe 7. Not even. Probably much quicker.
The concrete outside is very clean. Won't be once
Jeez. Yeah, we can't draft Quinn Ewers in the first 2 days. Day 3, fine. Whatever. But don't trade up to go get him. If he falls to you at 6, whatever. I'm not trading up for Quinn Ewers, though. Guys, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in to today's show. We had a lot of fun answering some questions, going through some hot takes and all that good stuff. So, like I said, if you didn't get to get your question on or if you missed out on the fun, subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports for 100% free Saints coverage by Saints fans for Saints fans. Y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time.